Welcome to Land Academy. I'm Jack Butala.
I'm Jill DeWitt.
We show you how to buy real estate for half of what it's worth.
And sell it on the internet really fast.
We are Jack and Jill,
and this is the Jack and Jill Show too.
With over 15,000 completed transactions, we're the experts at acquiring property.
Of all kinds, not just land.
For half price and flipping them for way more.
All right, let's get this show started.
Jack Butala with Jill DeWitt.
Hey there.
Welcome to our show today. In this episode, Jill and I talk about why being part of a group like LandInvestors is beneficial. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the LandInvestors.com online community. It's free.
Okay, cool. This individual, I believe, is the spouse of one of our members who is like all in, man. So now she's involved, which I love. So
Me too.
Savannah asks, hello, DeedPerfect sent, which is our one of our websites, sent me a tax affidavit form, which I was aware of, but it also sent me a controlling interest transfer form, which I was not aware of. Do you all find that DeedPerfect's recommendations are pretty spot on? In which case, I should definitely fill this out. I'm trying to limit the number of forms I complete for fear of entering something incorrectly. Many thanks for your thoughts.
Now, this is a great question. And, DeedPerfect.com is a tool that we provide our members for free to help them complete deeds. And, to answer your question directly, the number of customer service events that we have that are associated with this company is microscopic compared to some of the other stuff we're doing. So if it's in there, fill it out, and they'll send it back to you if they don't think it's right. But the two types of documents that are in there are deeds, and the county's going to accept them 99% of the time the county accepts it and records it. And the other stuff is for the assessor and the treasurer. And I've never had anything like that come back ever because it was incorrect. Have you, Jill?
Mm-mm. No, when that site was created, I know that our staff put a lot of time and effort into checking with each state and making sure they had the right documents and all that good stuff. So I don't worry about it. And B, if you are ever concerned, you can quickly go online, and a lot of the counties have the information right there on the website telling you what you need to do when you have this kind of document recorded and what supplementary items are needed. So you could look it up yourself or pick up the phone.
And like we said in the last show, start thinking and going toward just having title to your deals. Mm-hmm. Find somebody that's a good, reputable title agent in the area that has a reasonably priced, and you'll be all set.
You know what? And this family member of this individual, they're right there. They're ready to be doing other things and not doing their own deeds anymore.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Maybe this is his staff member doing deeds, AKA his wife. I'm just kidding.
They do a lot of buy it at tax auction deals in Florida, in which case it's almost required for those kinds of deals to do your own deeds. And that's cool. Mm-hmm. DeedPerfect's perfect for that. That's why it's called DeedPerfect. Perfect for that.
Aha.
If you have a question or you want to be in the show, reach out to either one of us on LandInvestors.com. Today's topic, why being part of a group is beneficial. Geez, this goes back to caveman times. Mm-hmm. This is the meat of the show.
Mm-hmm. I was really hoping you would talk about some of and please share as much information and numbers as you can as to what's happening within our group and the deals and what's coming.
So Jill and I started Land Academy a few years ago, not to hawk education services like some guru weirdo. That was never our intention. Our intention was to give as much crap as we can away to create some incredibly successful investors on their own, share our knowledge, so to speak, and create our own business partners, create people who are out there finding great deals, and it turns out it all worked, okay? So now Land Academy has become LandInvestors.com, and we have 4 or 5 levels of membership. Green, which is free to see if it's for you. Silver, which is what we all are right now. Gold, which we're about to release. Platinum, which is real serious. And each one of these levels of membership, they cost more, but you get way more tools to do more and more deals to make more and more money. And then finally, a black level member, which is invitation only, where we all do deals together. Well, it turns out a lot of us are doing deals together anyway. That's just the nature of it because we're all part of this group, which is what the title says. I mean, there are some people in this group who started with nothing, and it's 2 years now, and they're making several $100,000 a month, and they're teaching me things. So, and we're partnershiping deals. So here's why. That's the reason why being part of a group is really beneficial instead of just going rogue out there on your own, which is kind of my gut. My gut is, I'm going to go against this, swim up the stream, not down, and do this myself. So that's one of the mistakes I've made in the past, actually, quite honestly, Joe, is not involving myself with a partner like you, for instance. I mean, look how much better you and I are together than if we were just out on our own.
My gosh.
You and I are a group.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
You're right. Thank goodness. And you and I together are unstoppable. Period. No, I'm serious. I'm not just bragging. It's a
nice
compliment. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, look at you and I. You and I, man, I feel so lucky, and it's getting better. You and I are unstoppable anyway. But now, like you're just explaining about our group and how our worlds have expanded, we are bringing in some other separate talents and contacts. I mean, let's be honest. The stuff that we're doing now is crazy.
Yeah, here's a few examples. We have, there's a member in our group who is a former state commissioner of land. So if we need to get property subdivided, and it's all 100% above board. But, we get special treatment that's completely above board because of the people that were in a group. So, I mean, do you want to partner with somebody who's a former state commissioner of land to get a parcel split done? Yeah, I think so.
Exactly.
Do you want to, here's another example. I'm working with a guy who's retired. He retired from an energy department, like an energy company, like an Edison company, to get some provider agreements signed. He's helping us get provider agreements signed to put solar fields in. That would have never happened unless we started this Land Academy LandInvestors company. So that's why you want to be part of a group and partner with people. Do you want to knock on an Edison, the Department of Energy's Edison door for a state and see if you can get something signed?
Right.
Unless you have special kind of sales ability like Jill.
Thanks.
We're going to be standing around for a while trying to figure that all out. So.
Right. I mean, you do have to also be a good person, by the way, and be ethical and, prove yourself. But boy, that doesn't take long. Once you show up and people know you're a stand-up guy, then you're in.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. So, and then we're at a point now where there are so many opportunities presenting themselves with the people that are involved in this group that, when I say group, I mean the Land Academy membership group. I'm sorry, I keep saying Land Academy, LandInvestors membership group that we have to pick and choose now because we just don't have enough time to pursue them all.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
I am constantly blown away by little things like, hey, I heard you guys talk about you need help with X. Well, my brother-in-law does da-da-da, and I can get you a meeting. So it's not even like we're, like you said, we're not doing anything unethical. It's just like, I happen to know the guy, and I know he'll talk to you, and I trust, and you guys have been in my world, so I can, we trust you, all that kind of stuff. It's just like, it's the way it should be.
Well, Jill Pay, which is the equivalent of Blue Pay or PayPal, is all happening because of a relationship that an existing member brought into our group. Mm-hmm. So actually, there's too many to list. There's a bunch of stuff going on like that. We're putting in solar fields because of this certain relationship. So solar farms, I should say.
Yeah.
So no matter what level you are, listener, whether you're retired. In fact, most of these relationships now are with retired people. And you want to pass on the tribal knowledge, so to speak, or whether you're new and your uncle's got some kind of relationship and he wants to see you succeed, this is a good group. That's what I'm saying, and you should consider being a part of it if you have something to bring to the table. If you don't, it's a great group for you to really work your butt off in and show how talented you are to rise through the ranks.
I like your passing on the tribal knowledge. I think that's
what we are. That's what we're doing here. I think. I hope. Either that, or we're giving everybody so much bad advice that it's going to blow up in our face and fiery ball of tragedy.
Yeah, right. I think we're a little bit past that now. It's kind of funny because I can laughingly say we tested it and it works, kind of thing. And not only did we test this since '99, our whole concept and the way we're buying and selling property and all the other things that we do, but I have hundreds of people behind me that are further, proof of, this does work. And, you and I are, who knew we could actually properly convey this message,
Yeah.
For me, that's even bigger. It's one thing to know that you and I understand and we got this, but to be able to really accurately to describe to people and change the way you're buying and selling real estate, period. That's pretty darn big.
Yeah.
So
it is actually.
I'm really proud of that.
Jill and I live in like two tourist areas, so we're constantly running into people we've never met before in Scottsdale and in Los Angeles. And so people walk up to us, they're like, hey, do you know, they need directions. And so I've never done it as an adult, but I would always want to just send them in the wrong direction, just for fun. I don't know why. I'm glad we don't do that on the show.
What do you mean, like physical directions? Like, where is that coffee shop?
Yeah, where's that coffee shop? And then just send them into Watts or something.
That's awful.
As a kid, we used to do it because it's funny, but in the end, it's really not that funny. But
no, it's not that funny. Yeah,
we could have a show where full disclosure before we talk about anything, that it's all the opposite of shit. All the opposite that you should do.
Oh, let's do that now for just a minute. Can we please?
Okay. Yeah,
all right. Sure. You should only work for a realtor.
Yeah, okay, I can see what it is.
You should pay full sticker price for everything you purchase. Oh, this is a fun game. I like that. You should disclose everything you think the IRS might need to know about your life.
Feel free to embellish. Don't just give them the facts.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
Here's another one. Here's some. Always do your own deeds.
Yeah.
Never get a title agent.
Oh,
Make
this
sure
is fun.
that you know every single thing about the property that you're buying.
That's right.
Every single little last detail. In fact, go stand on it before you buy it.
Yes. Oh,
and
that's
make sure that
good.
you give the seller a fair price. All right. You want them to be real happy with the deal.
Oh, gosh, yes.
In fact, you know what? You should pay them probably 20% more than they really want, just because you don't want to have any hard feelings.
Oh, totally. And when you sell it, it should be retail.
Yeah. Even if it takes you 5 years, make sure you maximize the price on every transaction you sell. This is blast. This is a blast. Oh, man. I'm going to sleep pretty well tonight.
Let's see. What else? Every person that is upset or unhappy, you should immediately give them everything they ask for and then some. Oh, this hurts.
If somebody's upset about a mailer that you sent them because they're giving you some hate about it, I want you to drop what you're doing, call them back on the phone, and talk with them for quite some time. And give them a lot of attention. They're the squeaky wheel. Give them a lot of attention.
Totally. You should, if your children balk at a curfew, you should immediately remove the curfew.
And never, ever, ever feed your children any food that they don't like.
That's right.
They should tell you what to prepare for dinner, not the other way around.
They They should feel like it's Denny's in your kitchen.
This is the greatest show we've ever had. No one's listening to it anymore except you and me, by the way.
If your wife or fiance wants a bigger ring, you better go out and do that immediately.
Did you have some champagne for this call?
No, but I think I will. I'm going to have some in a minute. Oh, this is so good.
Oh my gosh.
Your turn. What else you got?
Oh, I don't know. I can't top that. Just make sure you put yourself last.
Last.
In everything.
Exactly.
Put every other person's needs in a given transaction before your own.
Absolutely.
Including paying too much.
Yeah, and you should be getting very little to no sleep every night. Because you're thinking of every other single person that you came in contact with that day and how to make their lives better.
If you're in a really bad job /career/relationship, suck it up. It doesn't matter. It's just your life. All right? Those people are probably right. Your boss is right. Your
parents
spouse
are
is
right. Your sibling is right. You are a bad person.
Oh, we got to stop this. We're way over time.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. This hurts.
There used to be
so
this when the kids were little. There used to be a show called the Upside Down Show on a Cartoon Network, and it's for real little kids. And I used to watch it and laugh and laugh and laugh because it was just like this. They would just say backwards and go into a backwards upside down room, and it was funny. Go on YouTube because you should watch it. It's really, these two guys are funny. The Upside Down Show. That's what this is right now.
This is great. So I like how this went.
Maybe next week we can have the Upside Down Show. All the stuff you should do that's completely different.
I love it.
I mean, completely wrong.
Love it.
Join us in another episode where Jill and I make complete idiots out of ourselves and not really talk about real estate at all. That's me.
Nope. That's it. And we just follow along and go further down that hole. That's me.
We use it every day to buy property for twice what it's worth and lose our ass immediately.
You are alone in your real estate ambition.
You are completely alone in your real estate ambition.
Oh my gosh. I will disclose, you are so sweet. I did have a surgery recently and it still hurts to laugh, and holy cow, that show hurt, but it was a good hurt.
It was worth it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Lack of information and lack of inspiration to buy overvalued property.
We are Jack and Jill, and
this was the Cash Flow from Land Show. We are the experts at acquiring property
Of all kinds, not just land.
for half price just so we can flip it for way more.
And really fast. Thanks for listening. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.